Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Superliga de Futsal Brisbane. You're joining us live at the Logan Metro Indoor Sports Centre for round 11. First game of the night. In orange, we've got Caledon United, and in the blue, Basana Rangers. Obviously, at the moment, one player short. So it'll be interesting to see whether Caledon United can take advantage of the numbers in the early stages of this game. Caledon United will be getting us underway for this match. Matt Taylor standing over the ball, Steve Lennon joining him at the centre circle. And we are underway. Now corner for Caledon United taken by Steve Lennon, goes all the way back home. Now Pettit in possession of the ball, looking to go one-on-one with Taylor. Knocks it out of play for a throw-in on the side, right in the attacking third near the corner spot. Now Pettit going short to find Grant Davis. Now Davis in possession of the ball. Able to find Pettit, able to find Davis with a nice ball back inside, but just on his heels. And Dan Lilly with the shot. Putting his first effort of the game just wide of Galich's goal. No troubles there for the Brisbane goalkeeper, who finds Petrashevsky now. But he's held up under pressure, but he's managed to regain it well. Now Pettit with the ball for Basana. His ball's intercepted, and Dan Liddy one-on-one with Galich, and surprised to see Liddy skew that so far wide given the form that he's been in recent weeks. And now Grant Davis just trying to get past Luke Hayden, but he's unable to do so. And now Hayden retains position well for Caledon United. Taylor nearly losing possession of the ball out, but he's able to re-keep it. And now Luke Hayden, far post. Little deflection there off of Grant Davis, and they'll go out of play for a corner for Caledon United. To be taken by Dan Liddy, looking for his options. Plays a nice 1-2, tries to square it. Saved by the keeper, blocked by Pettit on the rebound. And now Jacob Petrashevsky looking to try and get past his man, and is able to get the throw-in. Tries to find Pettit down line and goes for the cheeky 1-2 between the two of them, but just unable to make it work. Now Petrashevsky in possession, looking for his options and tries to find Davis over the top, but keeper McLeod comes out for his first touches of the game. Now Petrashevsky tries to find Pettit, but he turns it over. And now Luke Hayden with a shot and another block by Grant Davis, out of play for a corner. Now Dan Lady picking the ball up deep. Nice touch by Taylor to Lennon. And it's off the post, and Pettit clears it out. Good bit of defensive tracking back there by the Basana players. Oh, now Lennon going for the long ball over the top, but no one able to get on the end of it. But from the kick in, and Liddy has skewed it wide again. Taylor's able to find him just outside the keeper's D in acres of space. Probably had time to take a first touch there and put it on target, but he's gone for the first time effort and just dragged it a little bit wide of Galich's goal. You can see the frustration on his face. Knows that he should have done better with that, Dan Liddy. Now Davis going for the long ball to find Petrashevsky, but it's just turned over. No. Petrashevsky able to ball roll past one, but not the second. Now Lennon with a shot, fingertip save, and the rebound is put away by Matt Taylor. And Caledon United go 1-0 up in this game. And now Steve White joining the play for Basana Rangers. And here he is, with his first touch of the game and a good save by Connor McLeod. What an introduction that would have been for White. But he goes for the deep throw and it's intercepted by McLeod. And his throw would have found Scott Fenn one-on-one, but he's just over the halfway line. Good bit of possession retention here from Caledon United. But in saying that, Scott Fenn's turned it over to Petrashevsky. Get it onto his left foot and it's well blocked by Matty Taylor for Caledon. Now Lukey Hayden out left, comes inside, gets tackled by Petrashevsky. And now there's a 3v2 if they can use it, but Petrashevsky turns possession back over to Caledon United. See, Caledon still 1-0 up at the moment and they'll be looking to try and make it a double. Previous meeting between these two teams earlier on in the season in round 3 saw Caledon United come out 4-1 winners. And obviously if Caledon United, knowing that they need to get a similar result today to keep the pressure on Braza Futsal in first position, and obviously Braza Futsal will be playing after this in their game against third place Orpea Athletic, which promises to be an absolute classic as well. Bit of confusion as the ball seemed to go out, but not according to the referee, and a good save by McLeod turns the effort away for a corner. Now Grant Davis looking for his options, but he's turned it over, and now here's Matt Taylor, tries to find Scott Fenn, but it's intercepted by Petrashevsky. Had the option of Davis down line, but he's almost tried to fake and go for the shot, but deflected and out of play for a corner. Now Luke Hayden just can't get it across the fender. Now Grant Davis tries to cut it back inside out for Petrashevsky, but just a little bit too much on it, and it runs out of play for a Caledon United ball. And now the long ball over the top finds Dan Liddy. He's well held up by Grant Davis and shows the ball out of play. Oh, and the effort by Fenn blocked by his teammate. Surprising to see Dan Liddy, normally so clinical and impressive in front of goal, missed a couple of opportunities, is now blocking his own teammates' efforts. So I know obviously he'll be looking to improve as the game goes on, as Petrashevsky nearly is able to find White with a ball in behind the Caledon defence.
Too casual, boys! Too casual!
Oh, and another top save by McLeod, denying Grant Davis this time. Oh, good bit of skill by Lennon, gets past the two players and he puts it into the back of the net. Steve Lennon getting yet another goal for Caledon United.
Just a bit sharp with the ball, boys. A bit too casual with passes.
He definitely likes to score against Basana Rangers, does Steve Lennon. He picked up a brace last time around, and now as we approach the halfway mark in the first half, he's bagged another. Petrashevsky just turning possession over for for Basana Rangers there.
Mark up, watch the back post, Scotty.
Now head it with the corner. A good double block there by the goal scorer Steve Lennon.
What's the throw?
The throw goes deep to Petrashevsky, looking to try and get a repeat of his absolute worldie from a few weeks ago, but not this time.
Nice out, Quincy.
a good bit of play there. Maddie Taylor just trying to find Dan Liddy in behind, but a good bit of defensive work there by Pettit and White. Forces Caledon to go all the way back now to Scott Fenn in possession. Now Maddie Taylor trying to drive through the middle, he's able to retain possession. And Liddy finds him down line and ball goes just out of play. Petruszewski unsure whether he was trying to find White through the middle or take the shot, but it falls back to Pettit, and then pass is knocked out of play there by Matt Taylor.
When we lose it, we've got to work hard, boys.
Oh. Bit of action there between Pettit and Steve Lennon. Nothing too much in it, just a case of running into each other. But now Maddie Taylor, the initial block from Pettit was just too far for Liddy to get onto the end of. Subs being made here for Caledon United. Obviously, Maddie Taylor and Steve Lennon coming off with bat two. Dan Liddy takes the strike, just skews it wide. Obviously, Dan Liddy will be looking to try and get his 10th of the season in the Golden Boot standings, joint with Kinkara Knights Adam Stacey's and Orpia Athletics Hamid Vahadi. Well held up there by Steve White, knocked out of play for Grant Davis. By Petruszewski now in possession of the ball, just looking for his op. And the stray effort there for Basana Rangers will give them a corner. The ball falls to Petruszewski now from the corner. Out to Sam Pettit, and his efforts into the side netting. Good bit of play there by Basana Rangers, trying to get their way back into the match. Still got plenty of time with 6 minutes left in this first half, and the return ball there from Barnes looking for Liddy was very nice, but just able to be knocked out of play by Basana. Good tracking back defensively for the team. And now Scott Fenn with his effort, saved by Galich, parries at the first attempt and catches it eventually. Now Petruszewski gets past one, but again, Liddy in the way, just holding him up, forcing the ball out of play. Now Pettit squares the ball across the field to Petruszewski, able to find Grant Davis in the middle of the court. He goes out wide to Steve White. It's knocked out of play though. With 5 minutes left in this first half, the opening game of round 11, it'll be interesting to see whether or not the Basana boys can get back into it this first half. They've shown a few promising signs, and obviously Keeper McLeod had to make a few saves, but the ball there from Lukey Hayden, just unable to find the feet there of Scott Fenn, and had that found the feet of Fenn, it would have definitely been 2-0. But now Grant Davis with a beautiful bit of skill and another top save by Connor McLeod there for Caledon United, and goes short with the corner, and Pettit just seemed to lose his footing a little bit there and just knocking the ball out of play, which will be taken by Maddie Taylor. Now Dean Barnes, good bit of shielding up of play there, coming back home to find teammates. Oh, and the strike there from Maddie Taylor, just too much on it for Vladimir Galich in goal, and it puts Caledon United 3-0 up now. Taylor bagging his second of the game, and that was an absolute bullet of a strike. Just over the halfway line on the right-hand side, and he's just sent it into the far side of the goal. Too much on it for Galich to get a hand to. Now White looking to try and see if he can make something happen for Basana, but out of play, and Caledon United with another chance. Oh, and that is an absolute strike and a half from Luke Hayden. Beautiful little ball over the top, and he just knew instantly that keeper Galis was just off his line enough that he could probably get the ball over him, and absolutely perfect placement to send it over the keeper's head into the far top corner. I think he's seen Matty Taylor's strike just before, having laced it into the top corner, and just looked and gone, I'm going to one-up my teammate here, and he's made it 4-0, and very quickly Caledon United have started to take this game away from Basana, and just like that it's now 5-0. Steve Lennon picking up his second of the half also, and I think Basana need to just calm themselves down, just settle the play. They're just getting a little bit caught out at the moment, and they need to just go back to the futsal that they were playing a few minutes ago. Realistically, they showed good attacking options for each other, work rate was good, and they were putting Connor McLeod under a bit of pressure and going just like that. A goal. Grant Davis for Basana Rangers has put it in the net. I think he knows that he's obviously skewed that a little bit, and it's just, in the end, it sold Connor McLeod, who was expecting the ball to be going far post to look for Petrashevsky, and in the end it's just set him off balance enough to just beat him at his near post, and just like that it is now 5-1 to Caledon United, and who knows, could be the spark that Basana need to get back into it. Obviously Caledon turning possession over again. Now Davis trying to find Steve White, but it's well intercepted by Lennon. Petrashevsky trying to find options, deflected by White, and good reflex save there by Connor McLeod, and Grant Davis unable to put the rebound away, and now it means that Basana have got a corner. Davis goes deep, good touch by the keeper, and the ball runs out of play. Finds Petrashevsky on his left foot, and now Scotty Fenn, can he get on the end of it? Just a little bit too much, and a good bit of pressure there put on by Petrashevsky. Petrashevsky with the deep ball, looking to find Grant Davis, but just a little bit too much on it. Oh, a great ball long. Oh, good save by Gaelish to deny Scott Fenn. Looked for all money like he was going to have the chance to put it away, and Steve White squares it, and it's deflected this in. Petrashevsky gets on the score sheet now for Basana, and in the last minute and 2 minutes of this half, Basana have stepped up their game, caught Caledon napping, I think, almost expecting to just see the first half out, and now with the scoreline at 5-2, just under 30 seconds left in this first half, you'd like to think that Caledon United will just see the half out, maybe try and add one more themselves, but by all means, Basana Rangers definitely would sail in their wind in their sails. Sorry to try and... Now here goes Grant Davis, and it's a third! And just like that, all credit due to Basana Rangers. They were looking out of it, but they've managed to bring it back just like that, and we go in at half-time with the scoreline at 5-3. Alright, welcome back for the second half of this game, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are just joining us, Caledon United currently lead Basana Rangers 5-3. Basana will be getting us underway for the second half right about now. Now, the first half was a game of action without a doubt. Obviously, Caledon United starting strongly and were able to really get into a good position, leading 4-0 at one stage, but the last couple of minutes of the first half just saw them switch off a little bit, and Basana took full advantage, and scoring 3 goals in the final 2 minutes were able to get the scoreline back to 5-3. But straight there we go. Matt Taylor picks up his hat trick, a beautiful assist by Scott Fenn to find him at the back post, and the half-time break seemed, so far anyway, to have just given Caledon United a chance to reset, refresh, and come out all guns blazing for the second half potentially. Now, Petrashevsky just can't keep the ball in play, and so obviously with his hat-trick today, Matt Taylor goes up to 9 goals as well. Joint top scorer for Caledon United with Dan Liddy out there. Obviously a little competition between the two of them, seeing who can be the top scorer for the team, and if either of them can push on further into the upper echelons of the Golden Boot standings, as Luke Hayden skips past one, and somehow it's been kept out well by Grant Davis, who's been one of the standout players for Basana so far this game, scoring a brace in the first half himself. Now Liddy on possession there for Caledon, but now Lennon can't keep it in and goes out. Good run deep back post by Grant Davis, and another good save there by McLeod. Now Petrashevsky. Oh, well intercepted by Petrashevsky. Oh, Sam Petty goes down, and well saved yet again by Connor McLeod. He has been absolutely vital in goal in this game for Caledon United, making a number of key saves that, without which Basana Rangers would definitely be even, at least in this game. A lot of talk from the Caledon United bench, instructing their players, just making sure they stay tight with man defensively, don't give Basana players any space. You know, one of the things that Grant Davis in particular for Basana was able to do in the middle, when you look at the way that Caledon have got themselves set up, alternating at times between the diamond that you can currently see now and the box, Davis in particular was able just to find himself in that position Steve White's now in between all four, picking the ball up in areas and able to create opportunities for Basana, and it's that sort of area where Caledon just needs to be a little bit tighter if they're to hold up. But Petrashevsky now with the opportunity, left foot, and a good save yet again by McLeod. Oh, Dan Liddy just sending his effort over the bar. Good bit of play, and eventually I think Liddy's got to probably put one at least on target and towards the goal, if not. Oh, and oh, just wide, and there should be a corner. And this corner taken short to Matty Taylor. Left-footed strike, well saved and parried by Galich out wide. Now Fenn going back across court. Oh, good ball there by Taylor. But good defensive shot now. And White and Petrashevsky able to box in Scotty Fenn and regain possession there for Basana. Petrashevsky, if they could use it, there was a 2v1, but Now, oh, good turnover. Now Steve White squares the ball for Petrashevsky. And Petrashevsky with the opportunity to grab his second of the game. Just puts it wide. Obviously, McLeod had gone down a little bit early. Had the goal seen there, but opportunity missed. And could it be an opportunity for Basana? Oh, and Gaelish will be a little bit frustrated by that. Dan Liddy picking up his first goal of the game. I think more than anything, Liddy was just taking it as a bit of a pot shot, put a bit of pressure on, relieve a little bit off of themselves, and in the end, it's just gone through the keeper's legs, and now Caledon United extend their lead to 7-3 in this game. Oh, beautiful bit of playing. Fenn's ball looking for Matt Taylor, just a little bit too far behind, and the two of them had a little bit of a chuckle amongst themselves. And Grant Davis, what a save again by Connor McLeod, and the ball is sent long. I think the ball initially from Pettit there to find Grant Davis. I think more than anything it was a bit of an audacious ball just to try and alleviate a bit of pressure in their defensive there, but just being able to find Grant Davis over the head of the Caledon defender, and I think McLeod wasn't expecting it to reach that far, and it's just ricocheted off the post, and he seems to have caught, I think, Grant Davis's boot on the end of his fingers, and he's just feeling it a little bit at the moment, the Caledon keeper. But referee Leo Tottenham just making sure he's okay, and Basana now getting set. And Davis just knocking the ball out of play. Right now, Liddy, trying to get past White. Just a judge to have hands on his back, and it'll be a free kick now to Caledon United in a dangerous area.
No, you're right there.
Now Maddie Taylor squares it down line. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Daniel Liddy. Faking to go for the square ball, and in the end he's just scooped it near post past the outstretched hand of Gaelic, and a beautiful, beautiful goal, taking the scoreline now to 8-3 in favour of Caledon United. And Davis is able to find White. Good opportunity, another top save by Connor McLeod with the outstretched left arm. Just getting enough contact on it and parrying it. Now Caledon regaining possession and just trying to slowly build it up and work their way out of the box. Oh, but Fenn's ball down line just out of play. Pettit with a strike and another good save by McLeod, this time with the outstretched right foot, getting down low and just parrying Pettit's low drive just around the corner. And now Grant Davis with the corner. Or trying to find Petrashevsky deep, but it takes the deflection off of Steve White. And now Basana just resetting themselves. Well intercepted by Petrashevsky, preventing Steve Lennon from getting on the end of the ball. Good interception by Lennon. And the layoff is nice by Caledon United. With Pettit, or I think Steve White was anticipating the return ball that just didn't come in the end, but Basana have got an opportunity now to go forward. Petrashevsky picks the ball up deep, goes back up wide to Pettit, comes inside, takes the shot, but it's deflected again off of Fenn, and it'll go out of play. Now Fenn Able to keep possession of the ball now, knocking it out off of Steve White. And Liddy with man on back. Timeout called here. Just under 10 minutes left remaining in the match. Caledon United currently leading 8 goals to 3, and it'll be interesting to see how the tactics for both of these two teams changes over the remainder of the match. Trying to work out. Now Steve White gets us back underway, and Grant Davis with the strike, and another good save there by Connor McLeod, just holding on to the ball. Now Liddy goes back to find Taylor, cuts inside on the left foot and the strike. Just a little bit high and wide of Galish's goal, but Caledon United still applying pressure onto the Brisbane goal. 9 minutes left in this game, so it'll be interesting to see who can get on the score sheets. As Scott Fenn now looks to drive, gets it through the legs, Dan Liddy, and there we are. Another goal. I thought that Dan Liddy was going to go himself and collect his hat trick, but he's laid it back to Scott Fenn, picking up his first goal of the game. Now Caledon United regain possession following the kick in from White going straight out. But yet again, possession just turned over. Both teams continually turning over at the moment. Now White picks the ball up deep from his keeper and he's looking for his options. Petrashevsky drops off deep to collect. And now he looks to drive past Fenn. Good shot. Oh, and McLeod, you know, is going to be frustrated by that one. He thought that he'd made a good save. The ball just seemed to get through him and has just rolled it into the bottom corner. And we're now at 9-4 to Caledon United. Petrashevsky picking up his brace as well, alongside Grant Davis for Basana. So both of them looking to potentially try and get a hat trick and really try and drag their team back into this. But Matty Taylor nearly able to get through on goal there. Nice bit of skill there by Sam Pettit. Oh, beautiful switch ball there from Taylor, finding Fenn, looking to go for the return ball, but well read by White. Just can't do anything with the ball though, and it's turned back over to Caledon United. But great pressure by White on Fenn. Just hassling his first touch and not giving him any space to breathe, create any opportunities. Caledon just trying to get a bit of rotation, a bit of movement going, but it's turned over, and now Steve White with Liddy on his back, lays it off for Pettit, and Pettit scores! I think the Caledon United players expecting Pettit to try and go for the back post ball there, almost finding Petrashevsky, but in the end his strike is just able to beat Connor McLeod at his near post, and with 6 minutes left in the game, it's 9-5. No way Basana Rangers out of this contest. Caledon United, whilst in the lead at the moment, they know that they've got to be careful and make sure they don't turn over a couple of quick goals like they did at the end of the first half. Now Fenn trying to go long, but it's not intercepted by Davis, and there's an opportunity now for Basana if they can use it. Petrashevsky, Davis, or just getting a bit stuck under both of their feet and a bit of unsurety as to whose it was. Oh, that's beautiful and a good save by Gaelic. I think Caledon unlucky there not to have a foul. I think there was a little tug on the back of Luke Hayden's jersey, and I think that he's just signalling that to the referees, but beautiful bit of build-up play leading to that opportunity, and Scott Fenn's made the interception. There's a 3v2 if Caledon can use it. Squares it for Luke Hayden, goes down the line, cuts back, and Basana now able to set deep. Scott Fenn though comes inside, tries to square, but now there's a 3v1 for Basana if they can use it. Grant Davis goes past. Great work by Connor McLeod. Davis had managed to get his way. Oh! And Steve Lennon testing his own goalkeeper's reflexes there. Going with the top bin's own goal almost, but no, McLeod up to the task of it. But yeah, really good couple of opportunities there for Basana. Davis had managed to sell his defender with the little fake pass. Ends up going for the square ball, but it's well saved by McLeod in the end. Now possession is turned over here by Lydian. Davis will go deep and find Petrashevsky. Tries to get the return ball back, but it's turned over and now Caledon have it. Oh, Petrashevsky finds Pettit, takes the shot, and another top save by Connor McLeod. Now Petrashevsky looking for his options, able to find Pettit. Now Steve White just almost trying to do a little bit too much, but a couple of players in front. And a timeout is called by Caledon United. Just over 3.5 minutes left in this game. The score currently sits at 9-5, and I'd say at the moment the standings and the way that the game is actually being played is pretty even. Obviously, Caledon United started the game off definitely the stronger of the two, and every time they seem like they're just going to step up a gear and take the game away from Basana, they come right back, put them under pressure, score a couple of quick goals. Now it's just a case of can Basana, after this timeout, come out starting the stronger of the two teams. 4 goals to get to bring them back level, 5 goals if they want to go in front, and they've got 3.5 minutes to do so. Definitely doable for the team, but they know that they're going to have to work hard. With no substitutions, will that become a factor for Basana and legs getting tired in the later stages? Obviously Caledon United having 2 subs themselves, so just a little bit fresher, but as Marty has said before, a few older legs in that team, so it'll be interesting to see how they carry themselves over the remainder of the game. And we're back underway now. Caledon United with possession of the ball. Be interesting to see what team talks both teams had, and it looks like the Basana guys are going to step so far a little bit higher, able to turn possession over, and they now win it back. A lot of talk coming from the Caledon United bench. Now Lennon looking for his options, tries to go deep, It's intercepted there by Grant Davis. Well kept in by Liddy, following the ball back from his teammate Taylor. Oh, Lennon's able to turn. Finds Taylor, and Taylor, there we go. Lovely finish from Matty Taylor, picking up his 4th of the game, and scoreline now at 10-5 to Caledon United. A high scoring game, which obviously great for the neutrals of fans of the sport, but Basana will be looking to try and see, can they get a couple quick goals, drag themselves back into the game, or is this going to be a time that Caledon will just seal victory? And Lennon drives down the right hand side, and a good save at the feet of Gaelic. Now Matt Taylor, beautiful layoff. Dan Liddy, well blocked by Pettit. Having to make a double, but Matty Taylor showing great strength there to hold Sam Pettit off. Tries to square the ball to find Luke Hayden in the central areas, but just a little bit too much on it, and ball goes out of play now to Basana Rangers as we enter the final 2 minutes of the game. Pettit just looking for his options. Caledon just making sure that they get bodies behind the ball, not giving Basana any time and space in the ball. As soon as they get over that halfway line, they just step a little bit tighter, close off those passing options and force them back. And then they step high and able to almost win possession back. And Grant Davis squares it for Petrashevsky. Looking to go deep for Grant Davis, but just a bit too much on it in the end. Good ball. And Jacob Petrashevsky now looking for his options. Squares it in the middle. Steve White cuts back. And another top save by Connor McLeod. Now Petrashevsky with man on back. Just can't keep it in now. Matty Taylor again. Oh, beautiful ball. Dan Liddy. Oh! And that would have just been the icing on the cake for Dan Liddy if he could have buried that. But into the final 20 seconds of the game now, and I think it's now just a case of just can Basana try and get one more goal just for the tally. Caledon trying to make sure that they don't concede, and with possession turned over, final 10 seconds of the game, Caledon United, it looks like they are going to seal the game. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Full time in this game. Caledon United winners over Basana Rangers, 10-5. On the face value of it, I think a fair result given the way that the two teams played. Obviously, both Caledon and Basana had a number of good attacking options, but again, clinical nature in front of goal from Caledon, combined with some fantastic saves by Connor McLeod in goal for them, have given them victory in this game. Goal scorers for Caledon United, 4 for Matt Taylor, 2 apiece for Steve Lennon and Daniel Liddy, and 1 for Luke Hayden and Scott Fenn. For Basana Rangers, a brace apiece as well for Grant Davis and Jacob Petrashevsky, and the 1 goal later on in the game for Sam Pettit. That result obviously takes Caledon United to 16 points, 3 behind behind Braza Futsal, who will be getting underway shortly in the next game tonight, playing against 3rd place Orpea Athletic. Obviously, Caledon United will be hoping that the Orpea boys will be able to take points off of Braza and inflict their first defeat of the season. Obviously, Braza with a good opportunity to take one more step towards sealing the championship, the title of the inaugural Superliga de Futsal Brisbane. But that match is coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen, so be sure to stay tuned for the match live from the Logan Metro Indoor Sports Centre. So,
I'm trying to fill it out. I'll do that.
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second game live from the Logan Metro Indoor Sports Centre. Currently on the left of your screen in the green is Orpea Athletic and their opponents tonight in yellow, league leaders, undefeated Brisbane Futsal. This promises to be an extremely entertaining game. The last time that these two teams met, Brisbane Futsal were victorious on that occasion, 3-2. I expect this game to be full of thrills. Orpea Athletic will be getting us underway with Aaron Hannon in possession of the ball along with Hamid Vardadi. Referee Leo Toddenham gets us underway and here we go. Third place Orpea Athletic, first place Brisbane Futsal. A big match for both teams. Obviously Orpea knowing that if they can get a win they can start to just put a little bit more pressure not only on Brisbane in first place but keep them going toe for toe with Caledon United in second place. A win for Brisbane, one step closer to winning the league. And a good bit of start early on defensively by both teams and Hannon squares the ball out wide. It's fine Elliot Brown. Finds Stokes who gets it through the legs of Barbosa. Hannon tries to go deep and Stokes, good bit of pressure put on. And Hannon takes an early shot and sends it over Ian Sykes' goal. Now Caleb Ehrlich picking up possession of the ball. Finding Luis Fernando. Trying to find teammate Barbosa, but Elliot Brown skips past two. And a good save with his feet there by Ian Slight. Oh, Barbosa finds, beautiful bit of play, and it's just that quick 1-2 touch futsal which we've seen all season from Brisbane, and this time around Luis Fernando just unable to put his effort on target, just dragging it a little bit wide of Espinosa Leon's goal. Now Vadhadi, a little bit too obvious with what he was trying to do, finding Stokes there, and Slight's able to get possession back for Brisbane. Now Dimitrov just trying to force it a little bit. Now Ehrlich finding Fernando. Now Dimitrov just holding up Hannon, tries to go down line to find Fernando. Oh, good bit of play there. Not that a play in Brisbane Futsal now with the corner. TV taken by Dimitrov, looking to find Barbosa, but it comes to Ehrlich whose effort is turned over and Orpea now with it. Elliot Brown hounded by Dimitrov and a good strike on the right foot by Ehrlich, well parried by Espinosa Leon. And Stokes just can't keep possession of the ball, and the dummy run by Dimitrov, anticipating the run in behind by Ehrlich. Not quite there, and Hannon just hounded and little bit of a foul there by Luis Fernando. Referee Tottenham just judging, he just caught the ankles a little bit of Aaron Hannon. Vadhadi stands over the free kick now for Orpea Athletic. Goes for the shot, and fingertips saved by Ian Slight, touching it over the crossbar. And now Stokes will look to take the corner here for Orpea Athletic. Goes short to Brown and it comes back deep to Vadhadi. Now Vadhadi plays Out wide to Aaron Hannon, forced back by Dimitrov to his keeper. And Elliot Brown picks it up in the middle, looks to drive, goes past one, and another good save by Ian Slight in goal. Nice and strong there by Luis Fernando in the tackle when he turns possession over for his team. Obviously, Fernando, 1 goal currently behind his teammate on the ball, Barbosa, in the golden boot standings. Barbosa trying to get another goal there for himself, extend his lead at the top, but just putting it a little bit wide of Espinosa Leon's goal. Obviously, their teammate who joins them in the top 3, Andre Pereira, missing tonight. Big miss for Brazza Futsal. How much of an impact that will have, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, obviously, Andre Pereira currently sitting top of the standings for the ranking points, just ahead of Orpea Athletics, Dane Stokes on possession of the ball, and his teammate Elliot Brown now on possession. So obviously, big loss for Brazza Futsal, but with the quality that they have got in their team, that they've shown constantly all season, I wouldn't expect it to be too big a miss for them. And likewise, obviously, missing Thiago Norman in goal, but as we've seen all season and spoken about countless times, the goalkeepers are being an absolute standout this competition, and Ian Slight in goal for Brazza Futsal, more than capable of taking the reins for the full game as he had done so last round. Dimitrov now picking the ball up and going deep, finding Barbosa. Scoops it back down line, and Dimitrov trying to force his way through and gets it across, but no touches there, and Orpea Athletic will regain possession of the ball. Dropped short by Espinosa Leon to find the feet of Stokes. Now Vahadi just trying to take a bit of a skew shot. Triple teamed there by Fernando, Dimitrov and Erlich, and Orpea able to get possession of the ball for a kick in. Vahadi finding Hannon down the line nicely, and the ball deflected off of Barbosa and into the hands of Ian Slight in goal. Oh, and a beautiful searching ball there by Fernando to find Erlich, but keeper Espinosa Leon up to the task, able to get 2 hands to the ball and hold it. Now Barbosa, well held up. Oh, referee adjudging Luis Fernando just holding on to Elliot Brown there, and possession turned over. Now Aaron Hannon stands over the free kick here for Orpea Athletic. I think the referee's just going to have a word with Luis Fernando and Hamid Valhadi about keeping hands off of each other's backs. Now Aaron Hannon going short to find Elliot Brown, and yeah, good step there by Brazza. Stokes is able to get past. What can he do? Tries to go himself. I think there was an opportunity with the early ball to square for Hamid Vahadi, making the run far post, but able to skip past Dimitrov and tempted to go himself, but just sending his effort a bit wide of Slight's goal, and possession turned over by Luis Fernando. Hannon able to find Montoya on for the first time for Orpea, but beautiful split ball by Barbosa, finding Dimitrov, and Luis Fernando gives Brazza the lead. Had to say, it's definitely been coming. They've been creating more opportunities, moving the ball a bit quicker, and Luis Fernando tying with his teammate now Barbosa at the top of the golden boot standings, and gives Brazza Futsal the lead in this game. 8 minutes played so far, and takes the effort, and it's a goal again! 2 goals in a matter of seconds for Luis Fernando and for Brazza Futsal. And just like that, Orpea now just need to settle themselves down, regain their composure, get a few passes strung together, and try and make sure that they don't allow Brazza Futsal to just steal the momentum here and turn 1-2 goals into 3-4. And Luis Fernando, nearly able to complete a minute hat trick there, just putting it wide of Espinosa Leon's goal. Now Hannon looking for his options, but not a lot of movement for Orpia. And Hannon driving past Dimitrov, trying to go back post, deflected off of the legs of Ehrlich, and now Matteo Montoya will look to take the throw in. Goes back post, oh, and the free header for Aaron Hannon put wide. And just being able to get the throw over the outstretched hand of sight. Hannon just could not direct his header on target for Orpia, and Braza now in possession of the ball with Caleb Ehrlich. Intercepted there by Stokes. Now, Luis Fernando going back to find Barbosa. Oh, and a beautiful session ball finds Jamie Dimitrov. I think he's just trying to get the ball scooped over Espinosa Leon, who had committed down to ground. But a good bit of pressure there combined by Dimitrov and Barbosa forces Elliot Brown to send his crossfield ball out of play, and Braza now going back deep to find Luis Fernando as we enter the second half of the first half. Braza Futsal, oh, Barbosa just looking for that ball in behind again for Caleb Ehrlich, but just a little bit too much on it. And Espinosa Leon will gain possession back for Orpia Athletic. Good strength there by Fernando, and Braza able to regain possession of the ball. Oh, good effort there from halfway. Testing Espinosa Leon, who's forced to just get fingertips to it, parry it over the crossbar for a corner. Now, Dimitrov trying to find Barbosa in the middle, but it's turned over. And Matteo Montoya, I think, attempted to take a bit of an audacious shot, ended up crashing into his teammate, and able to just turning possession back over to Braza. Oh, and now Sola on for the first time for Orpia, just trying to hold up Fernando, and now Stokes finds Sola on the far side of the pitch. And now Montoya squares it back across, finding Stokes. Oh, Hannon tries to get past Ehrlich, but he just can't. Now Ehrlich able to drive onto that right foot, and the shot seems to be deflected, but Caleb Ehrlich picks up his first of the night, giving Braza a 3-0 lead in this game. Now Montoya in possession of the ball for Orpia, but it's turned over with Barbosa. Now Amir Vahadi making his debut here for Orpia. Intercepts, but he's strongly tackled by Barbosa. And now Dimitrov goes back deep to find Caleb Ehrlich. From Vahadi, just trying to force it a little bit too much there, finding Montoya. Barbosa able to intercept, but Orpia have possession of the ball back. Now Dimitrov wins it back, through the legs, looking to find Moraes. Marcus Moraes on for Braza Futsal for the first time. Oh, and Dimitrov going for the attempted dummy. Montoya just trying to go far post, trying to get past Ian Slight. And now Barbosa finding Kamano, who's also just come on now for Braza Futsal. Oh, Barbosa gets past, and Barbosa's effort just put wide of Espinosa Leon's goal. Oh no, Dane Stokes. His efforts well blocked. Now Amir Vadhadi deflected, and what a save! Ian Sight seemed to have been wrong-footed there off of the deflection by Ehrlich, but able to regain composure and just get that right foot out to it. And Kamano is now able to drive, attack the space, and he finds the Barbosa. Will he look to cut inside on that left foot? And he does. And it's well saved by Espinosa Leon. Now Stokes picks it up. And Stokes as well tries to just take the strike. Just dragged wide there of Slight's goal. God. Caleb Ehrlich trying to go back to find Barbosa, but he's just sent the ball out. It's for a corner and Orpea Athletic now. Oh, the ball comes to Sola, but he's gone for the... I'm not sure if he's either tried to dummy the ball or just missed it, but Braza now with an attack to counter. Beautiful play. Moraes back to Kamano. Great save by Espinosa Leon. And there's an attack now. Vadhadi. What can he do? Up against Ehrlich. Tries to square it for Vadhadi. Oh, bit of pressure. And it's a goal for Orpea Athletic. Scored by Hamed Vadhadi. Possession turned over there by Braza Futsal rather weakly, to be fair. Dane Stokes, 2v1 situation against the goalkeeper, squares it to Vadhadi, and his scoop effort just seemed to come off the underside of the bar and into the goal. And that obviously takes Hamed Vadhadi to 11 goals for the season, putting him in 4th place. A couple of goals now behind the leaders, obviously. One behind Andre Pereira in 3rd. Couple more behind Fabio Barbosa and Luis Fernando in 1st and 2nd. He'll be looking to try and drag his team back into this game and get higher up. And Vadhadi now with the shot. High and wide over Ian Slight's goal. Slight's able to find Kamano, who holds off Vadhadi strongly. Caleb Ehrlich, what will he look to do? Attempted to find Kamano down the line, but the deflection off of Sola just forced it into an uncomfortable path, and Kamano couldn't keep the ball in play. Now Juan Sola finding Elliot Brown out wide, but the ball by Amir Vadhadi just turned out of play, and now Caleb Ehrlich will pick it up for Braza. Barbosa finding Dimitrov. I think there's just a little bit of unsurety in Barbosa's head when going for it, whether to try and find Dimitrov at feet or go deep in behind for Ehrlich. And in the end, he's kind of gone for a middle ground. Dimitrov trying to flick it on overhead. Just too much on it for Ehrlich. Now, as we get close to the final 3 minutes of the half, we're still 3-1 in favour of Braza Futsal as Barbosa picks the ball up short deep yet again. Tries to go past Sola. Turned over, and now there's an attack. Jamie Dimitrov, what can he do? Skips past one, and his efforts dragged just a little bit wide. Good counter-attacking option there for Dimitrov and Braza, but just couldn't make the most of it. Now Amir Vadhadi able to find Hamed Vadhadi, and a good bit of defensive work by George Kamano, blocking it up. Elliot Brown just trying to force it a bit centrally. A lot of Braza players sitting deep, covering options, and Elliot Brown has put it in the back of the net. From what seemed an improbable angle, Elliot Brown has managed to find the back of the net, and having been 3-0 down following a quick couple of goals, Orpea Athletic now find themselves just 1 goal behind Braza. Just a little over 2 minutes left in this first half. Can they drag themselves level before half-time in this game? Will Braza start to feel a little bit of pressure? Ehrlich picks the ball up and looks to attack into space. Not really had any pressure put on him, but Vadhadi now to Sola, and the effort's deflected by Barbosa over for a corner. Now Sola goes all the way back to find Hamed Vadhadi. Now 90 seconds in the first half left, and Dane Stokes comes back on for Orpea, replacing Vadhadi. Dimitrov, Orlich, sorry, trying to keep the effort in play, but Juan Sola, able to get the ball into the central areas, but no one there. Elliot Brown now taking the strike on again and well blocked by Jamie Dimitrov. Elliot Brown just scooping it long, and Barbosa now with possession for Braza. Goes through the legs, but it's turned over to Elliot Brown. And Elliot Brown just, catching the ankles there of Barbosa, and it will be a free kick to Braza Futsal as we enter the final minute. Now Barbosa cutting inside onto his left. And the ball from Dimitrov crushed a little bit too much on it there for Barbosa. Right idea, but good bit of double teaming there by Fernando and Dimitrov. Final 20 seconds now of the half, and Vadhadi finds Elliot Brown. Skips down the line, squares it into the middle, but hadn't made the run to get into the box there. And you think that with that, we will go into half-time with Braza leading 3-2. And that is exactly how we go in. 2 goals in quick succession there for Luis Fernando gave Braza the lead in early stages, and Caleb Ehrlich with a cracking effort put them 3-0 up. But a late resurgence there by Orpia Athletic with goals from Hamid Vadhadi, followed up by the one for Elliot Brown. Really now has this game even going in at the break. Obviously, the first time these two teams met, as we said at the beginning of the game, 3-2 to Braza. Currently the score now 3-2 again to Braza, but how will the second half turn out? Will Braza be able to pick up yet another win, taking them one step closer to sealing the league title, or will Orpia Athletic be able to inflict the first defeat of the season to Braza and keep the pressure on Caledon for second and on Braza for first? Be sure to stay tuned for the second half of this game. It will be coming up shortly. Until then, enjoy the break. Ready. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of this clash. Browser Futsal getting us underway now. Lewis Fernando finding Jamie Dimitrov, and he goes back to find Caleb Ehrlich. For those of you that are just joining us for the first time, Browser Futsal, the current undefeated league leaders, wearing the yellow strip, are leading Orpea Athletic 3-2 in this match. Now, Dane Stokes picking the ball up and a good bit of defensive work there by Fernando, able to hold him up, and now Fernando driving past a couple and just getting his ankles caught. And a yellow card there shown for Hamid Varhadi. First of tonight's action. Oh, and Dimitrov with the free kick, driven straight into Hannon. And now Browser Futsal with the corner. Oh, and now turnover now. Aaron Hannon, if he can find the early ball. Hamid Vahadi, good defensive cover by Jamie Dimitrov, getting back quickly, putting enough pressure on Vahadi just to slow that first touch of his down, and gave Ian slight time to just come out of his box and send it clear. Now Stokes looking for his options, and he goes all the way back to find Elliot Brown deep in pivot. Oh, and Stokes goes down the line, square shot, and good save at his near post there by Ian Slight, forcing out a play for a corner, which Aaron Hannon now has. Tries to go deep to Vadhadi, over the head of Barbosa. Elliot Brown now squares it to Aaron Hannon, takes a shot, and a good reflex save by Ian Slight with the fingers, forcing it out of play for yet another corner to Orpea Athletic. Oh, and the corner's deflected in. An own goal off of Luis Fernando, and we now find ourselves tied in this game at 3-3. Now Dimitrov going short from the kickoff to Fernando, and Barbosa now just turning pressure over. Now Elliot Brown finding Vadhadi. Now Stokes comes back inside, finds Elliot Brown on his left foot. Elliot Brown with a strike. Good block there by Barbosa, but the ball's knocked out of play. Oh, the ball goes deep and a good save. Espinosa Leon and Fernando just catching Elliot Brown there. Now Montoya. And Stokes goes down line to find Montoya, tries to flick it back inside, but it's turned over. Dimitrov, his ball, Luis Fernando just can't really get hold of it. Brown turns possession over for Browser Futsal now. Now Ehrlich comes back to Barbosa. Tries to force through the middle, and Elliot Brown, can he get to it first? No, he can't. Dimitrov with a beautiful ball. Barbosa on the toe punt, and it's... Oh! The effort there from Barbosa, taking the deflection off of Montoya. Left Espinosa Leon stranded in goal, but luckily enough for the Orpea keeper, the ball just sails over his bar. And now the corner taken by Dimitrov finds Luis Fernando, and a strong challenge by Hannon. And the second effort deflected again, and Braza will have another corner. And now, Dimitrov, touched with layoffs by Elliot Brown, just not in the direction to keep it in play though. Now, Barbosa in possession of the ball, just turns it over. Elliot Brown, what can he do here? No. Barbosa double teamed there by Hannon and Brown, and in the end he just resorts to knocking it out of play for a kick in. And Brown trying to go deep, and good fingertip touch by Slight, preventing Orpia from collecting the ball deep at the far post. And now Hannon looking to try and get in behind him. Montoya, good save, and Aaron Hannon just can't get an outstretched leg on it. But yet again, Ian Slight making a vital save for Braza, keeping them in this game. Now, foul there by Aaron Hannon for Orpia Athletic. Now, Dimitrov and Bob standing over it. But it looks like Dimitrov's going to take it, and good save by Espinosa Leon. Parried into the realm of Elliot Brown, and Stokes can't get past Barbosa down the line. Oh. Luis Fernando coming through the back strongly, collecting the ball, knocking it out of play, and now Aaron Hannon. Hannon picks the ball up from Montoya, getting past Barbosa, but not past Ehrlich, and a foul here given against Barbosa. Now Brown standing over the free kick. Orpia looking to try and set their options up here. Brown with the shot deflected off of the wall and out for a corner for Orpia Athletic. Just under 7 minutes played in this second half. Still at 3-0, and the ball comes deep to Dave Stokes on the half volley. A little bit of free time there. I almost reckon he could have taken a first touch and set himself, but his effort goes just a ball width wide of Ian Slight's goal. Now, good bit of step and pressure by Orpia. Braza just trying to get their way out of it. Now Dimitrov goes deep to Barbosa and gets it back. But Montoya steps out and puts a bit of pressure, closing that space, and Dimitrov's able to pick it back up past Hannon, and a good block there by Espinosa Leon. And now Ehrlich's strikes well held up by Brown. Here comes to Luis Fernando, cuts inside, gets the shot away, and again Elliot Brown is there to block for Orpia Athletic, denying Fernando the opportunity to get his hat trick. Now Barbosa, Dimitrov able to find Fernando, ball laid off but it's intercepted, and yeah, in the end Elliot Brown just clears it, gives them a chance to reset, and the effort by Caleb Ehrlich. Absolutely laced, but just a fraction too high over Espinosa Leon's crossbar. Now he drops it short to Elliot Brown, and a nice check run there from Stokes gives himself a yard of space on Barbosa. But now, here we go, Orpia Athletic. What can they do with possession? Goes to Montoya down line, who tries to take the shot. Just a little touch on it there from Dimitrov, and Orpia will have yet another corner. Montoya looking for his options. Goes deep to Hannon. This takes another deflection off of Dimitrov, and Orpia will get possession of the ball. And well intercepted there by Luis Fernando, and it goes all the way out for a kick in. Barbosa just goes back deep to find Caleb Ehrlich, just to give Braza a chance to reset. Now he's got a little bit of space that he can attack. Finds Ehrlich, who goes for the layoff, but it's well intercepted and well hounded there by Dimitrov. Barbosa's effort just dragged wide of the post. Now, Brown finding Stokes down line, gets it through the legs of Barbosa but can't regain possession. Oh, and Montoya almost tripping over himself there, hounded by Dimitrov, but luckily for him he doesn't get a touch on it and he keeps possession. And now, as we enter the final quarter of this game, we're still tied at 3-3, but Elliot Brown nearly turning possession over in a really dangerous pressure there. Now he picks the ball back up from Hannon. Looks to drive into space but turns it over. And now Barbosa, will he cut inside? Goes back down the line on the right foot. Barbosa's effort just wide of Espinosa Leon's left-hand side post. Now Brown with the 1-2, beautiful play. And Elliot Brown with the opportunity to put Orpea in lead, and he's dragged it wide. Now a couple substitutions for both teams with Juan Sola and Amir Vadhadi recently coming on for Orpea. Vadhadi just putting pressure on Dimitrov, and George Kamano coming on for Braza. But now Vadhadi to Dane Stokes, just can't get the ball out from underneath his feet, and yet again it's turned over. And you just worry whether or not Orpea Athletic will rue some of these opportunities that they've had. Obviously, we've seen all season just how clinical Braza can be when given the opportunity. 69 goals so far before this game, now up to 72 obviously. Top goal scorers in the lead by a considerable margin. You know that you can't afford to give them opportunities in front of goal, and when you do have opportunities yourselves, you have to make the most of it. And a nice ball in behind there by Vadhadi. Kamano picks the ball up now for Braza. Looks for his options and tries to find Ehrlich in behind, but the ball just unable to do so. But Dimitrov now goes back deep to Barbosa. Goes for the ball in behind. Dimitrov squares it to Kamano, and what a save by Espinosa Leon. Those are the kinds of saves that can win you matches. Beautiful reflex save there. And Kamano with the foul. Now the Braza players not too happy about that foul. Kamano coming in strong. Referees judging it to be a free kick, but now Brown with the nice layoff with Vadhadi, but they can't just get through. But Vadhadi picks it up, and his efforts sent just high and wide. Yeah, Stokes leading the Orpea team yet again from the back, dictating their movements. Gets a head up onto it. Vadhadi to Stokes. Now Stokes. Stokes have it on, another deflection. Well blocked there by Ian Slayton, forcing it round the corner. Definitely doesn't want to concede another own goal in this game. Stokes goes short, but it's knocked out of play by Ehrlich. I'm pretty sure you're on 3. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'll check with Leo, but I'm pretty sure you're on 3. And now Vadhadi goes back to Stokes and receives it back. Now Sola. Timeout here called by Braza Futsal. And the corner taken short to Ehrlich, but it's well blocked. Now Vahadi in possession of the ball. Finds Elliot Brown, looking to go back. Now Vahadi trying to force his way through, but can't really do much with it. Now Kamano, he's able to turn his man, but the ball to find Ehrlich was on, but great defensive cover by Elliot Brown. Now Amir Vahadi. Good, strong battle, and now Dimitrov. Well intercepted again by Brown, and Vahadi turns himself, and what a save by Ian Slight. Key saves made by both goalkeepers at crucial moments in this match. Now Vahadi, just absolutely drilling the corner. I think he was trying to attempt for another own goal with the deflection, but I think Brazil player is able just to get out of the way. And now here we go. Lovely first touch there by Vahadi, and another corner for Orpia into the final 5 minutes of the game. And it's definitely going to just be end-to-end action now, and Sola winning from the corner, but now Fernando putting Montoya under pressure and forcing the ball out of play. And now Caleb Ehrlich with the strike. On that left foot of his, just wide of Espinosa Leon's post. And now Sola looking to drive himself. They keep backing off the Brazil players. Now Kamano's able to pick it up, but he's hounded. Sola thinks he should have regained possession of the ball there. Now Luis Fernando just wide of the post. Good interception by Ehrlich, but just trying to regain his footing. Can't keep possession of the ball, and now Montoya will go back to Espinosa Leon. Now Elliot Brown in possession of the ball. Montoya, the ball was able to get in behind Barbosa in the Brazil defence, but just too much for Aaron Hannon to get on the end. But Barbosa, the strike's deflected and fingertip save by Espinosa Leon, parries it out wide, and Kamano now goes back deep to Luis Fernando. And his first touch is a little heavy, but he's able to find Barbosa out wide, who spins inside on the right foot, and Caleb Ehrlich just trying to direct it goalwards with his thigh, just wide. And we enter the final 3 minutes now of this game. Ehrlich able to intercept from Montoya, deflecting it in the path of Elliot Brown, and just wide, and again deflected off of Brown. And both teams really starting to apply pressure on each other, trying to squeeze every opportunity out, and Luis Fernando's effort just high and over the crossbar. Now Elliot Brown able to go down line for Montoya, but well intercepted by Ehrlich. Now Vahadi. Now Vahadi. Finding Brown, tries to take it on the toe. Second attempt, also skewed wide, and last 2 minutes of the game now. Barbosa with the ball. Trying to find Dimitrov out wide, just can't get it to him. Now, Elliot Brown finding Hamid Vahadi. Luis Fernando able to intercept it, keep it in play, juggles past Jamie Dimitrov now. Trying to look for that back post run of Caleb Ehrlich, but double teamed by Montoya and Brown. It means now that Braza, as we enter the final 90 seconds, looks to go deep. 2 Barbosa on the volley. But his effort goes wide, and Espinosa Leon will get Orpea Athletic going again. Drops it short of the field, Montoya. Braza just stepping super high on Orpea, and every time they get the ball, they're just turning it over now. Final minute of the game. Will we get a winner? Will Braza be able to keep their undefeated streak alive? Can Orpea snatch a late winner and end the undefeated streak? And that will be a yellow card to Fabio Barbosa. "30 seconds left. Vadhadi standing over it, goes himself, and realistically, I think that's a wasted attempt there by Vadhadi. Should have looked to try and use the ball more effectively, and it gives Braza possession. One final attack. Dimitrov gets it down. Almost thought he was going to try and take it on first time. Square to Barbosa. Can they get one final shot away? And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Full time in this game, an absolute thriller. Braza Futsal 3, Orpea Athletic 3. Goals for Braza Futsal scored a brace, as we said in the first half, by Luis Fernando and the 1-2 Caleb Ehrlich. Orpea Athletic, goals from Hamid Vadhadi and Elliot Brown in the first half, and an own goal from a corner in the second half. That result obviously takes Braza Futsal to 20 points for the season, giving them a 4-point lead over Caledon United following their win earlier tonight against Basana Rangers. As for Orpea Athletic, the result takes them to 14 points, 2 behind Caledon United in second place, but extends their lead for the time being over Kinkara Knights in fourth place as they look to solidify that position. That wraps us up, ladies and gentlemen, for round 11 of the Superliga de Futsal Brisbane. 2 more weeks of matches to go. Who is going to end up on top at the end of the season? It's been Braza Futsal since day one, still undefeated, and they are looking the strong favourites. With results next week potentially going their way, they can seal the deal.